I learned a lot of things from my sister. One was definitely the story of Kwanzaa. And Kwanzaa was a celebration of the harvest around the same time as Christmas. It starts just before Christmas. It's 7 days. And each one of those 7 days represented one of the 7 principles of blackness. And my sister and I shared a room, and so there was the opportunity to share philosophy on, what she was learning about black nationalism, red, black, and green. She would pass on to me, and she would tell me that I need to study the principles of blackness. I need to know what the meaning of the colors of the national black nationalist flag, red, black, and green, what they meant. And I remember we made up a little way of remembering the red, black, and green colors. And it was red is the blood we shed to get the green land, and our color is black. That's how I was like, okay, that's what red, black, and green means, and that also was the primary color of Kwanzaa. We would put together what was kind of like a menorah in the Jewish faith, where they have the candles. We also had a candle set up with 7 candles that you light each day. For each of the principles. And, I just remember my sister was very educated and was really about learning and really about giving us younger folks. It was not only me, it was, my friend Michelle, my best friend. We were the same age. And we were kind of trained by the older sisters in what it means to be black. My sister would talk to me about birth control and about the rhythm method, how to take your temperature and know what's going on in your body. And I remember she gave me a book called Our Bodies, Ourselves, and it was something that she was using. It's like a manual on the female body, and I was mesmerized by this manual because it explained a lot of things in detail that she couldn't necessarily have the time to explain to me. But that book lived in my room, in our room, and the 7 principles of blackness to her was something that it was, we all needed to learn them, because they were helpful, like, purpose, self-determination, all of those principles. I do remember my sister and I having these moments where she would be very emphatic. She almost like a Black Panther, with her afro and sometimes wrapping her hair in a gele. And, we thought the geles that she would wrap were so beautiful. The fabric that she chose was so beautiful. And a gele is a turban. Basically, it's called a turban. The term in Africa is gele, Gala. And she would wrap her hair, and we would just have these sessions. It was a way of her giving us something important that maybe she felt we weren't getting anywhere. And then the Kwanzaa celebration was a part of the community. I could go to the Boys and Girls Club and and participate in a Kwanzaa day or Kwanzaa celebration. But we were told about the 7 principles of blackness, and that's what Kwanzaa represented, that we didn't get anywhere else. And my sister was the one who drove that idea and gave us that bit of knowledge. I can't think of a time when we like sat down together. I mean, it's a long time ago, but I do remember like her in her gele, in her afro, in her turtleneck. And this had to be like, 1971, 1972 maybe. And so from there, I spun off on my own to, remember them and to share it with my friends and at school. But my sister was the start of it all.